and EWTN News. Quote, Archbishop Ignatius Kagama is concerned over the seemingly endless violence against Christians that claimed at least 58 lives this past weekend and hundreds of others in recent weeks. It is our prayer, he said, that something definitive will be done to stop the situation that is inhuman. Shockingly, that was more than a dozen years ago and part of my opening remarks at a hearing that I held on July 10th, 2012. One of several hearings, 8 in all, on religious persecution in Nigeria. And since then, things have only gotten worse. 1 year later, in 2013, I visited Archbishop Kagama in Jos, Nigeria. We visited churches, 5 of them that had been recently firebombed by Boko Haram, and spent hours listening to survivors tell their stories. Despite their numbing loss and pain, I was absolutely amazed at the survivors about their faith, very deep faith, their courage and the resilience. They were not going to quit, but they were looking to the government for help, and it was not coming. I also met with an evangelical believer named Habila Adamu. Dragged from his home by Boko Haram terrorists, he was ordered to renounce his faith. With an AK-47 pressed to his face, he was asked, "Are you ready to die as a Christian?" With extraordinary courage, Habila answered, "Yes, I am ready to die as a Christian." He was asked a second time, and he repeated his answer. His wife was pleading, "Please don't kill my husband." And yet he said, "Yes, I am ready to die as a Christian." This time, the terrorist pulled the trigger. A bullet ripped through Habila's face. He crumpled to the ground, bleeding profusely, left for dead. By some miracle, he survived. I met him at an IDB camp in Jos. I asked him to come to Washington to tell his story. He did. And at the congressional hearing, he said this to our subcommittee, this subcommittee: "I am alive because God wants you to have this message. Knowing Christ is so much deeper than merely knowing Boko Haram's story of hate and intolerance." He closed his testimony with this: "Do everything you can to end this ruthless religious persecution, but know Christ first." To the end, everything he did was to witness, to radiate his love for God, but he was also calling on us to get involved and do something. Since then, however, the wanton violence against Christians in Nigeria has grown significantly worse. A couple of days ago, the Pillar Catholic reported, and I quote, "While Christians are receiving ashes last Wednesday to begin Lent, news broke out in Nigeria that a priest had been brutally murdered by kidnappers who had stormed his rectory the night before and kidnapped him. With deep sorrow and righteous indignation, I condemn in the strongest terms the relentless and tragic wave of kidnappings targeting priests, pastoral agents, and the faithful," Bishop Kundi said in a March 7th, just a couple days ago, press conference, which expressed outrage over the kidnaps and the brutal murder of his priests. According to the sources in the diocese, Father Sylvester was bound by his kidnappers. He was shot in the head, and I saw the picture. It is heartbreaking to look at. Shot at close range with an assault rifle, and according to the officials of his diocese. The systematic slaughter and abuse of Nigerian believers must stop. Delay is denial and a death sentence to so many. One of our distinguished witnesses today, Bishop Wilfred Anagbe of the Diocese of Makurdi, Nigeria, traveled a long distance to be with us today and will testify, and this is from his testimony. Militant Fulani herdsmen are terrorists. They steal and vandalize. They kill and boast about it. They kidnap and rape, and they enjoy total impunity for this from the elected officials. None of them, I repeat his quote, none of them have been arrested and brought to justice. In December of 2020, President Trump designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, only to be reversed without justification by Secretary Blinken in November of 2021. And I know I asked him at hearings. I asked him privately, but also asked him at open hearings, why? Never got a good answer. Religious leaders in Nigeria were outraged by the...
God will punish anybody that will come and work, with the judiciary, with the court, with some chief justice to nail Nnamdi Kanu for nothing, for no just cause. I said God will actually castigate, penalize any man, whether you call yourself whatever person whom you are. You are not better than an Igbo man, and you can never be better than Nnamdi Kanu. What issue are you asking me if Tinubu has with Nnamdi Kanu? When His Royal Highness Eze Israel has actually given Tinubu a title when Tinubu visited his community in Afiaruku, Abia State, when the man was alive. I mean Nnamdi Kanu's father. Is it not a shameful thing that his son, Tinubu, allowed his son to die in jail? Or that Tinubu want to at least actually tell the whole world the level, the kind of, hatred, level of hatred he has for Igbo man. We are not afraid of anybody anymore. Ranging from 1970 till date, we know how Igbos struggle hard to get to this level. So we are not afraid of Buhari. Likewise, we are not afraid of Bola Ahmed Tinubu from.
Mr. Raf, good morning. Thank you for having you on this channel. Good morning. If today is your first time of watching us, subscribe to this channel, on your notifications, drop your comment. We are here. I'm here with Mr. Raf. Mr. Raf, it looks like Bola Ahmed Tinubu have issue with Nnamdi Kanu because the court of the land, appeal court, have said Nnamdi Kanu was unlawful, legally brought to Nigeria, and such they should return him back. And Tinubu came and cancelled everything and start afresh about the case of this Nnamdi Kanu. Many Nigerians are surprised. Why is Tinubu doing this? To a large extent now, they have assigned a new judge, Omotosho, to take over the case of Nnamdi Kanu. What do you have to say about this issue?
God will punish anybody that will come and work, with the judiciary, with the court, with some chief justice, to nail Nnamdi Kanu for nothing, for no just cause. I said God will actually castigate, penalize any man, whether you call yourself whatever person whom you are. You are not better than an Igbo man, and you can never be better than Nnamdi Kanu. What issue are you asking me if Tinubu has with Nnamdi Kanu? When His Royal Highness Eze Israel has actually given Tinubu a title, when Tinubu visited his community in Afiaruku, Abia State, when the man was alive, I mean Nnamdi Kanu's father. Is it not a shameful thing that his son, Tinubu, allowed his son to die in jail? Or that Tinubu want to at least actually tell the whole world the level, the kind of, hatred, level of hatred he has for Igbo man. We are not afraid of anybody anymore. Ranging from 1970 till date, we know how Igbos struggle hard to get to this level. So we are not afraid of Buhari. Likewise, we are not afraid of Bola Ahmed Tinubu from Yoruba land. Bola Ahmed Tinubu from Yoruba land will tell you how far Igbo man has gone to be at least where he is today as an Igbo man. So he's not a kid. If he has issue with Nnamdi Kanu, let us see. Let us wait and see how Nnamdi Kanu's issue will come to an end. The whole world, as I'm talking to you now, all eyes are towards, looking towards Nnamdi Kanu's, order. Because Washington knows, actually Moscow knows, actually Ottawa knows, Ontario, Ottawa, and so on and so forth. Actually, they know that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. He has not committed any crime. The agitation for sovereign state of Biafra is not the first of its kind in human history. Just Texas here, we are with Mexico before Texas become part of the strong union, United States of America, and they easily slipped away from Mexico. Is it the first time a country was agitated for and that country at least successfully ceded from any country it was with before? You have Senegal and Gambia before. What happened? Senegal slipped off, ceded away. Gambia slipped off, ceded away. And they are now a different world entities. Two of them. Senegal, Gambia. What are we saying? Okay, look at Finland. Was with former USSR. In 1956, Finland separated. Successfully ceded away from USSR. Is it an abomination? Finland is still existing today. They become a nation of their own in 1956. Of course, I know some good numbers of African countries got their independence in 1957. That is Ghana, 56. I think it should be either India or Egypt. Yeah, the same with Finland. So Biafra is coming. Tinubu cannot stop Biafra. Mr. Tinubu and all his boys around him cannot stop Biafra.
Mr. Raf, reportedly, take your problem to Wike and leave it there. He's the owner of judiciary. Whatever he say will come to pass. Take your problem to Wike and leave it there. Now they have said that we have 3 principalities in Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the principality of executive. The Akpabio of all that is being accused by Natasha Akpoti is the principality of the legislature. And Wike has been reportedly also named as the principality of judiciary, because as people are saying that the Omotosho that has been assigned to take over the case of Nnamdi Kanu is a board to Wike. Wike used them. People felt that Wike building houses for judges, Wike building houses for them. Wike have gotten these judges. You can see the case that is going on in Rivers State, how he has won the case in Supreme Court despite the evidence where many Nigerians say the House of Assembly they have the camp, but yet the Supreme Court had no evidence that these people have the camp. In the case of Edo State, where Wike single-handedly support the governor who many people feel that is not qualified, he will. People are saying now that Wike is now the owner of the judiciary. That is the one that assigned this judge for Nnamdi Kanu.
We have 3 fake principalities and powers now, as you narrated. The powerful principalities we have are the principalities created by God himself to be in that position. But these 3 principalities aforementioned by you are fake principalities. Principalities without strength. Principalities without power. Principalities that don't have position in the hellfire. They are yet to have their position there. So that's why I'm calling them weak principalities. Weakest principalities, having aligned with Department of Judiciary is a very weak, let me say, very, very weak, very, very malleable, very, very feeble principality, in the sense that it can fall, scatter like a pack of cards anytime. A principality that is wearing skates, a principality that is drinking kai kai, is never a match to the like of Nnamdi Kanu and the entire Biafrans. Principalities of Wike is dumped one side. Then principalities of legislature headed by Akpabio Afouku, God's will, former Akwa Ibom state governor, is a principality I know that is not putting on these skirts, a principality that wears eye shadow on the eyelids, cutters paint their fingers, a principality that is putting on bra and looking for woman to poke. That is a very, very weak, demonic and the satanic principalities. And if you ask me, I will tell you that these principalities that is after touching women and looking into skates, headed by Akpabio, can never give Nigerians better laws. Better laws. Better laws. There's no how Nigerian National House of Assembly is going to do well under the administration of a principality that is after women's skates. Yes, women's skates, women bra. That principality has fallen already like a pack of cards. You can't compare it to the very principality that God has created to become thorns on the flesh of righteous men. Then again, the principality of the Department of Executive, sleeping, the principality that is sleeping, very weak and frail, no strength at all. They are just there making noise and wait too well. Do you know what happened? Comes 2027, the Hausas, the Fulanis, are going to bring that very particular principalities in the house of Department of Executive. The Fulani, the Hausas, the Kanuri, the North, all those children that were jailed for how many months due to the fact that they protested for bad governance, incompetent government, they are going to bring these principalities at the Department of Executive down. Because these principalities at the Department of Executive, they are very, very weak, they are very, very feeble, they are very, very clueless, they don't give listening ear. So actually, it's a principality that has already fallen, scattered everywhere like a pack of cards. They are not going anywhere. Principalities that can actually confront Nnamdi Kanu is down already. Actual principality created by God. God has used his son, yes, Jesus, as Nnamdi Kanu has been an anointed child of God and destroyed that original principalities. And come what may, we are going to see what is going to play out on 21st of this month, when Omotocho will be disgraced in the courts.
Mr. Raf, we are waiting. Every one of us are waiting. Yesterday, we also saw where Bishop Wilfred took Nigeria to U.S. Congress, where he reported that Christians had been killed in the southeast, in the Middle Belt, and he says so manner of things. Even he said that by the Fulanis are closing that school during Ramadan, a country that does not belong to only Muslims. And now Tinubu is on the run, looking for Bishop to debunk this news that is a lie to you.
No, it is not a lie. It's so obvious that in Bauchi State, in Katsina State, in Taraba, and Zamfara, schools were shut down because of fasting. Christians that were schooling, studying in these schools, various schools, they denied them school sessions, no class sessions for how many days now? Because one particular set of people are fasting for their God, the God and the religion they believe. They are forcing Christians to believe them, to follow them, worship gods that Christians don't believe and don't know anything about. And it is true, obvious that this Adamawa State, Zamfara, Taraba State, Katsina, and the Bauchi students, Christian students, have been deprived of class sessions. Getting to how many weeks now? And someone is saying it is a lie. Congress knows. One thing that Tinubu doesn't know is that there are American CIAs all over Nigeria. They have their agents spying for them. You can never actually deny whatever accusation America is laying on you. America is having over 5,000 satellites all over the skies of the earth, spying on Nigeria, spying on Africa, spying on Europe through their office, OGA, Office of Global Access. You can't deny anything America is accusing of you. Where Tinubu is running, where is he running to? Where is he going to run?
Who they
pursue him? We are all Nigerians. Bauchi school is down, Zamfara school is down, Taraba school is shut, Adamawa school shut. What are we saying? Katsina school shut because they want to force those Christian students into Islam. They said no. That's why they took school by force.
Boko Haram, the agenda is to silence the Western education.
That is it.
And now it's like the governors are buying to that idea by shutting down the school.
Because they are among the people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. All those schools that shut down, their governors, the governor of that state, they all are planning, working together to make sure that Islamization process, abolition of Western education is on progress, on course in Nigeria. They don't want school. They don't want Western education or civilization, yet they are using phone, yet they are watching television, yet they are putting on clothes. Archaic ignoramus, archaic ignominy of the highest type, of the highest level. Look at the level of idiocy of these particular people that are Islamizing Nigeria. You don't want Western education, still you are watching TV. That television, China Fulani education, have been Arabic education, give us TV, television. Telephone you are using, handset. You don't want Western education. It's handset from Timbuktu, Mali. It's handset made in Mali. All the handsets we are using, were they all made in Mali or in Senegal or Gambia? Were they made by Arab? These are the what features?
Mr. Raf,
materials.
Mr. Raf.
Yes, features of Western education and civilization. So if you don't want them, why are you using their materials? That is the ignominy of the highest order, idiocy of the Fulanis, of the Hausa. Let me use the word Fulani oligarchs in the north. Their idiocy is getting out of hand. That's why Nigeria could no longer condone these people. We should work hard and make sure that Fulani leave Nigeria now, before it is late.
Mr. Raf, Fulani will leave Nigeria. I want to let you go in 30 seconds. Do you think that Buhari failed to bring Nnamdi Kanu to justice? Do you think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will succeed?
Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not going anywhere. His regime is as ugly as sin, and we're not seeing anything good coming out of it. Bring Tinubu to court, bring Nnamdi Kanu to court. They should debate to the whole world. Take them to Al Jazeera or CNN. Let the whole world say the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for justice of Yoruba man, Igbo man, and other sister ethnicities in Nigeria. I'm telling you that Tinubu is not going anywhere in terms of punishing Nnamdi Kanu. And let me tell you that Buhari himself, as he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Tinubu is not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. Mr. Raf, thank you for having you this morning. Viewers all over the world, yes, Mr. Raf, his face is familiar on this channel. Kindly subscribe to this channel. No notification. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
See how far you brought us. I'm so glad you found me worthy. I can see, bam, 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 I can tell. And I know it's your grace all my days. I will sing your praise.
Look at the problem. Who started this problem? Let me tell you so you know. Baragogo, secretary to government. What they did, he went and used his senior brother, who is a judge. Justice Baragogo sat down under ex parte order, said 27 members have defected. Ex parte, not on notice. Secretary to government, Lord, his brother George, Justice to give ex parte order that the government can present budget to 3-4 people. Justice Daragogo, Secretary Daragogo, the judge who gave the order, Daragogo. Now, look at how people can destroy a state. That's the genesis of all this crisis. How a judge will sit down under ex parte order that people have defected, that you can present budget to 3-4 people. And still, he has to remain. Look at what the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court did. Look at Daragogo, who wanted to be governor. He was so pained that he was not given. He followed the governor, and this governor does not know. This one, asking me, he will lead you to hellfire.
See how far you brought us. I'm so glad you found me worthy. I can see, bam, 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 I can tell. And I know it's your grace all my days. I will sing your praise.
You surrendered yourself with people who wanted to be governor, whom I said no. This would not mean well for River State. They are the ones surrounding you, giving you advice. What do you think you will succeed? They will give you bad advice. See what the bad advice is doing to you. You're already down. 2-0. 2-0. And more to come.
Roland is so. Roland is so. Papa Roll is so. Now we get. Roland so. Roland so. Roland so. Now we get. I said that Papa Roll is talking about. It's your people talking about. Now we get. Roland so. Roland so. Now we get.
I've never seen this kind of politics where you surrender yourself with those who want your seat. I mean, will it work? Will it work? They come there, they abuse me, and you are happy. You don't know it is you that they are destroying. So, Kalabara people, be assured, I'm with you. Call me anytime. I will be with you. You have shown support, and I will never abandon you.